Jin-Woo suddenly tossed Dongsoo to the side like a rag, saying it was fine by him. But this is also a part of Dongsoo's plan, stating that Andre was doing great since he wouldn't have a choice but to interfere in this matter, thinking that he just needed to hurry up and kill Sung Jinwoo in his stead. Both hunters prepare to face off against each other, with Andre asking if maybe he didn't know who he was. But Jin-Woo, on the brink of crashing out, responded saying it didn't matter. It didn't matter who he is. Andre, confused about the situation, thought to himself that even though he knows exactly who he is, he would still try to oppose him like this. The panel switches over to a flashback of his childhood, where it stated that Thomas Andre had grown up in a poor immigrant family which had many enemies. Even though it seemed like he had nothing, he had been granted with an overwhelming talent that surpassed all else. Overwhelming strength. He had proved his innate abilities with a countless number of fights, showing him that violence could change the perception of those who felt hostile towards him. And when he finally had gained the power of a hunter, he took the opportunity to finally be proclaimed as a true king, destroying those who got in his way and making those who looked down on him kneel in his presence, meaning he knew how to deal with those who refused to obey him. Andre suddenly extended his hand towards Jin-Woo, saying he should only blame his arrogance for what's about to happen. Hunters from the Scavenger Guild finally arrive at the abandoned factory, getting ready to aid Thomas Andre in his fight against Jin-Woo, but in the fraction of a second something came flying right past them at terrifying speeds. There stood the national-level hunter Thomas Andre, after getting sent flying by one of Sung Jinwoo's devastating blows. Hunters of the Scavenger Guild asked if he was all right after receiving such a blow. Angered by what just happened, Andre walks past his guild members getting ready to get his second serving. Jin-Woo summons both Igris and Kaisel, commanding them to take Jinhoo to the nearest hospital and to use any means to make sure he gets treated. As the dragon flies away at full speed, Thomas Andre and every single one of his Scavenger Guild members prepare to go on an all-out war against Sung Jinwoo and his entire shadow army. Andre couldn't help but smile, saying he would finally get to fight a worthy opponent, thinking that he couldn't care less about Hwan Dongsoo anymore, since there's only one way to redeem his damaged pride: killing that motherfucker. Andre stated that it wasn't too late for him to admit his mistakes and back off, saying that he would at least spare his life if he apologized. But without even a word, Jin-Woo suddenly pulls out his middle finger, basically telling him to go fuck himself. This hit the limit of Andre's patience, shouting that this fucker won't back down till the end, charging up his reinforcement skill, saying that he'll regret not having taken this last chance he had given him. Both armies seem to be ready to fight. Jin-Woo orders them to advance, making Andre tell his subordinates to prepare, saying they were coming. A full-on war between the Scavenger Guild and the Shadow Army begins. Tankers rush to the front line, deploying their shields, creating an enormous wall blocking the never-ending onslaught of the undying soldiers. Andre suddenly blitzed into the middle of the army, slaughtering multiple shadows in the fraction of a second. Noticing Tusk towering over him with a shield blocking his way, Andre suddenly crushed the ground, shooting his entire body through the enormous shadow, saying those guys didn't stand a chance against him, slamming through the factory building's roof. Seeing that his subordinates were getting one-sidedly beaten by Jin-Woo's army, a hunter tried to slash him, but he dodges with minimal difficulty, noticing the arrival of Thomas Andre. He suddenly launched himself towards Jin-Woo at an incredible speed, but Iron quickly intercepted him, attempting to block the attack, though Andre managed to punch him out of the way with minimal difficulty, telling him to move. Andre noticed that Jin-Woo was nowhere to be seen, making him question where he had gone. But he suddenly appeared at his side in the fraction of a second, swinging his dagger at his ribcage at full force. But the attack was unable to even leave a single scratch on him, leaving Sung Jinwoo wide open for a counterattack, making Andre quickly launch a devastating blow to Jin-Woo's right shoulder, which sent him flying. He asked if he was really trying to look down on the power of a national-level hunter, activating his psychokinesis skill, pulling Jin-Woo right towards him. Andre shouted, telling him to feel the difference in their strength and despair, making Jin-Woo lock back into the fight, activating his own unique ability, Ruler's Authority, completely overpowering Thomas Andre's skill. He questioned if he planned on crushing him like this, but it seemed more like he was holding him fixed in place, completely shocking Andre since Jin-Woo decided to attack even as he was being pulled towards him. Drippy Woo suddenly managed to land a devastating blow right on Andre's face, lancing him across the factory, making him question if he was really bleeding. But without even being able to catch his breath, Drippy Woo suddenly popped in right in front of him, asking him if this was really the despair he wanted him to feel, launching continuous blows towards him at immeasurable speeds. Tired of the continuous attacks, Andre stated that he would now stop underestimating his opponent, locking back in and activating his unique ability,